Okay, here's the 38. Doo-doo's outside nerfing. We have beautiful pistons. Not even carbon all the way across. Just absolutely gorgeous. Look at that. Not even completely carbon all the way across the top. No, this is old gas that creates carbon problems. Most of the miles were on old gas. And we have standard bore cylinders with no wear marks. Just very, very little. Very, very little. This bike doesn't have more than about 10,000 miles. That's it. The pistons were here. 5,000s, 10,000, 20,000, or so forth. Okay. This is standard bore. Standard bore. 0.33125. And these are, check this out. This bike was just abused. It's got no miles on it. 10,000 miles. 331. Boom. Standard bore barrels, man. Standard bore fucking barrels. Told you. Should have bet me some money. Told you. But I'd gladly taken $100. I got a brand new fucking motorcycle. Dennis Hines stole the white face, replaced the black face, stole the toolbox. This was standard stuff back in the day when you sold stuff like this. You took the high-end rare stuff off and sold the bike. That's what a lot of people did. Really shitty, in my opinion, but that's what people did. So he took a bunch of cool stuff off. That's probably what happened to what was in here in this trim I've talked about in the past. Whatever that was, he probably took it before he sold it. So whatever, it's mine now. We're going to treat it right and dress this bike up right. So these are jewels I have for now. I don't know if I'll leave them. So next stage is, you can see the timing covers off. You can pull the timing gears off, put them on the shelf, and you can see original factory shims here. Okay. So we're going to pull this off, just put it over the side. The motor's completely loose. Everything's loose. All I got to do is pick it up and put it on my motor stand over there. And once I get all this off, put some lighting on here, I can see what the hell's going on with this and get this oil pump off here. So I'm not going to split the cases yet. I'm just going to put everything aside. This is all in a process of, because it had been just basically glued together from age, of how to get the motor out of the frame. So Dixon is this next week. We're going to go off to Dixon. Everything's going with me. Everything's going with me. So if you want to see some cool old stuff, come on down to Dixon. That's that. So next week when I get back and unloaded, I'm going to pull this front end off, get it down to the bare frame, start cleaning the frame up. Now what I've done is I've experimented here, because it gives it a good cleaning to see what cleaning wise. This is an unsealable area of the frame when it's together. That there is cleaning it with Croil, because so far Croil has not hurt paint. Now the problem with stuff like this, the WD-40 doesn't hurt paint either, but 5 years later your paint's gone. It gets under it and it lifts it. So hopefully somebody has experience with old paint and Croil can tell me whether I'm going to have a nightmare 5 years down the road with that stuff. I know for a fact Gibbs won't do that for a period of time, but I got to find something I can clean this paint with. Now, what I have is Stoddard's, which is a solvent, and if I leave it running with Stoddard's in it, it hasn't hurt the paint. And it's cleaned, thoroughly cleaned whatever I've had, as long as it's been like injected onto the surface. So I cleaned up the primary cover. It's really good with Stoddard's, and I'm thinking, well, maybe a hot tub recirculating with Stoddard's, which would be a hell of a lot cheaper than a Sonic cleaner. And I put this frame into that. So I'm thinking along those lines. If I can get a sealable hot tub where it doesn't evaporate, I think that would be a real good idea. I can stick the frame in there with the water jets, you follow? So we'll let you know. I think that'll work just fucking beautiful. And clean this frame up like that. I think that would just be awesome. So I don't know how it reacts to rubber. So my plan is, again, to just mark these, pull this off, pull the dash off so I can get rid of this overspray that somebody did, and leave the wiring intact, actual loom intact on here. And again, I haven't traced this side down. We'll do all that. This has to stay in place so I can lock down the rear of the frame with the rear wheel on, and then pick it up and pull the front end off. That's the plan. So the easy part is pulling it apart. The hard part is to clean it, put everything through the cleaners, then rebuild it. So but it's coming. And this motorcycle, the more I know about it, the more amazed I am by this machine. It was just in the wrong hands. People didn't understand what it was and give it proper love. But it was also based upon the valuation of the time when people did to the motorcycles. Nobody knew about chrome packages. You know, I did. Nobody's listening to me. I didn't have the proof. Today we've got all the videos showing it. It was just a voice in the wilderness. You know, we didn't have social media back then. So what's even more amazing is that I heard about this bike when Dennis Hines got it and was never able to chase him down and see if I could get it from him. Then through, you know, next 20 years, it goes to George Tunis and then to me. So, and I'm having a hell of a time finding somebody else with an original Paint 38. A true original Paint 38. I know Leslie's got one in Florida, and I can't find anybody else willing to tell me about one. So, you know, several nice 38 flatheads, including down our box, that beautiful green one, that unfortunately I wasn't told about till after the fact. But 38 knuckleheads, I'm having a hell of a time finding. So I can't for sure document what feed line. This is certainly a 40 feed line. So this will work unless I find, as far as I know, the 38 line is just like this, but with the ends on both sides. But I don't have one to go by. So we're going to use that. That's what I have. It'll work for now. Here's this beautiful oil tank out of the frame. It's going to look really good all cleaned up. And there is our fender out of the frame. So we're going to do the best we can with what we have, and then if I have to pull it back apart later because I found a better part, then that's what we'll do, and slowly upgrade the machine to where it should be. So, and this is a priority. This is a personal quest. This machine deserves everything I can give it. So if anybody has any leads on parts, other bikes that are original Paint 38s specifically, I need to know for the purpose of further documenting what this machine was supposed to be, or was. That's my idea is, what was it when the guy lost it to the dealer? Not when the dealer tried to resell it after the war. When the guy lost it from repossession at the dealer, what was this machine when it had the 10,000 odd miles on it and the dealer repossessed it from him? That's what I'm trying to do. Okay, so any help would be appreciated, and we will see you all in the next video. Bye bye.